Yo, it's Joe and welcome to another video. Today we will be reacting to episode 1, Escape from the Bloodkeep. So yeah guys, if you're new here, if you don't know, I'll be taking notes as I watch because my memory is crappy and I still might be forgetting some things. But this is a way for me to kind of remedy that situation. Anyways, stay tuned till the end for my thoughts and let's see what this bad boy's about.
We're the monsters now.
Oh, shoot. Okay. We got a couple of returning cast of characters, it looks like, maybe? Some epic music to start it off. Okay. Escape from the Bloodkeep. That is a cool title card, title sequence.
Our first ever side quest, Escape from the Bloodkeep. I am your humble dungeon master, Brennan Mulligan. With me are my friends Rika Shankar.
Hello.
Matthew Mercer.
Hello, everyone.
Amy Vorpal.
Hi.
That is what I'm most interested. Oh, no, this is a different cast of characters. This is what I like to see, baby. Show me more people. Show me more. The only person I know here, or the only people I should say, are Brennan and Matt. We always love to see new talent.
I am your humble dungeon master, Brennan Mulligan. With me are my friends Rika Shankar.
Hello.
Rika Shankar, okay.
Hello.
Matthew Mercer.
Hello, everyone.
Amy Vorpal.
Hi.
Mike Trapp.
Hello.
Eric Ishii.
It's me.
And Iffy Wadiway.
Boy.
Well, without further ado, we're going to begin our...
Wait a minute. Oh, no, that's not him. Okay. I got confused. I thought this was somebody else that I've seen, Iffy, but I don't know who Iffy is.
Well, without further ado, we're going to begin our very first side quest. A tale of evil and darkness. Escape from the Bloodkeep. Behold a land.
This is going to be so interesting seeing Matt, okay, as a player.
By sunless and starless skies, the vast plains of Cal Ravenwrath, smoking
Cal
with
Ravenwrath.
breeding pits of orcish armies.
How's it spelled? Yeah, so I did think that it was correct. All right, so we got Cal Ravenwrath. I'm assuming that is the overall kingdom. Okay. That's what I'm putting for now.
And the breeding pits of orcish armies. Spiders, wargs, and bats cover the land.
All right, so far I'm getting Lord of the Rings
To forever
vibes.
stomp out the forces of light within the world of Elna.
Oh, Elna is the
The
world.
bog of despair and the towering
I think.
mountains that surround the door of doom, past even Kendrath, the scary volcano. There
What a name.
rises endlessly towards the sky, a towering fortress of vast obsidian might, who seeks to pluck the very stars from the sky. Athagnur,
Bro,
the Bloodkeep.
he's doing a hell of an intro.
Its utmost spire.
Althulgar? Is that what he said?
Bloodkeep.
Athagdar. Athagdar, the Bloodkeep. Okay. How do you pronounce it? Let's listen to it again.
Athagnur, the Bloodkeep.
Althundar? Althundor? I don't know how he did that, but that was crazy, okay.
Flaming maw of Zaulnaj, Lord of
Brother, you're
Shadows,
killing me, dog.
who bends his ceaseless will to the unmaking of the world. Forever stand the Bloodkeep, and woe betide its foes forever.
Alright, buddy, hold on. We're gonna have to run that last part back real quick.
Lord of Flaming, and atop its utmost spire, the flaming maw of Zaulnaj.
Zalnaz. is what I'm going to write down. The main bad guy. Or I should say the ruler of the Bloodkeep, at least. We know that much, right? We know that much. I'm going to put bad guy with a question mark in parentheses.
Aj, Lord of Shadows, who bends his
That's right, Lord of
ceaseless
Shadows.
will to the unmaking of the world. Forever stand the Bloodkeep, and woe betide its foes forever.
Alright, so that's the main bad guy, it seems like.
This vast obsidian fortress, where we see our various heroes, or should I say villains.
Oh, they play villains as the protagonist,
Deep within
okay.
the Bloodkeep, where gears and chains crank and orcs call out and trolls lumber, goblins chitter and scurry about, and spiders spin their webs deep, deep, deep in the bowels of the Bloodkeep lies a chamber of gray marble, frigid cold and mist, and within it the pool of souls, an oracular pool where the spirits of the dead commune with the living. Floating within the pool of souls, her eyes rolled back in her head as she communes with the spirits here, we see the Farseer, the dark oracle and soothsayer of the forces of darkness, Effink Murder Death. Amy, would you please describe your character for us?
Effing. And it's not too far from effing Murder Death, and effing is the slang, I guess you could say, or the abbreviation of so I think I see what you were doing there, Amy. I think I see what you were doing there. Let's
Effink Murder.
effing. All right, so we got effing Murder Death is the Dark Oracle. That's as much as I'm going to put there. There's going to be a lot of note taking this first part, guys. That's how it always is.
She is a high elf.
But
she is a
don't
cleric.
worry, this is all
She's
for an
beautiful.
important
As
purpose.
an elven person, it's very difficult to find any part of her ugly. So she's pale. Everything's pale. Pale skin, pale hair.
The Farseer. So a high elf cleric. High elf cleric. Here. And I'll put as well Amy's character. All right.
So she's pale. Everything's pale. Pale skin, pale hair. She found that a little bit too basic and realized that when she joined the Dark Lord's forces, it's a lot of people are scared of wet hair. So
What?
she has leaned in every part of her wisping, kind of almost Grecian robes that she dangles. They're all wet. Everything's just like very
She's just
wet all
real
the time, and the hair is in her
moist.
face. So she's doing her best to look
Sorry.
scary, but actually is always.
It's just a
very
fun word
hot.
to say.
And when her eyes roll back in her head, it also is hot. So everything's hot. But yeah,
Cool.
I think. Oh, she's wearing a tiara. And she normally has a bone with her, which is a skull that she calls her bone. And that's what she looks like.
Wonderful. Effink is floating in freezing cold water, just barely above the point where it could become ice.
Ooh.
The
In the
chill
pool
your
of souls.
bones eases the passing of your mind's eye from here into the realm of spirits. You feel them now moving around you. We see and we tell.
Wow. All right.
Of the far
It's a crazy face. But I like how she's getting into it.
What questions, Queen of Sight,
And I go full Galadriel photo negative. And say,
I don't get that
We
reference, but
have
okay.
accomplished much in this time. What is the next task for dominion over the realm for our Dark Lord of Shadows?
Bro, Matt is. I gotta. Bro, how's Matt looking at her with the straightest face? Because me personally, I'd be laughing the whole time. But he's just like, damn, she's getting into character. He like he like appreciates the performance probably, but it's just funny to me. She's going all in.
Mist rises from the water as you see a flaming crown.
Ooh.
The last crown of Zaulnaj.
Ooh.
The talisman, which contains all of his vast and mighty power.
Yeah, serious Lord of the Rings vibes I'm getting.
You see the spirits of these three sort of Norns appear around you: Abyssal, Azra, and Orgra. Oh, my queen, we have searched and searched. The crown.
no, Abyssal is my favorite. You speak.
Hold on. So I'll probably have to take the names of her minions down here. So let's see. We have Abyssal, who I'm also going to put in parentheses, the favorite. Azra and Orgra. Put them down as Efkin or Effinks minions.
Orgra. Oh, my queen, we have searched and searched. The crown.
No, Abyssal is my favorite. You speak.
You see the Abyssal goes, okay.
Yes, your flattery of me last time did not go unnoticed.
Oh, you of the far sight, I think murder death.
He gonna go even further in with that now.
Cool. Everyone loves it. You look resplendent when you go all black and white like that. I mean, people just die.
Yes, that is what you said last time.
Oh, wait. Hold on. I'm getting like I played the game called Shadow of Mordor. And there is okay. I think I know what they're getting at there with the negative, because it's a character in that game who kind of has something going on like that. So okay, I think I get it.
You see that she says, the crown yet lies in shadow, though the Vinguri hunt for it with all their terrible will, but a vision for you.
Vinguri.
This is the final hour for the forces of your light, your father. And you see Telmir the Calm, the Lord of Caer Bledwin, rallies now with Telmir the Calm, the
Telmir the Calm. So her father. Father.
Lord of Caer Bledwin.
And Lord of Caer Bledwin.
Rallies now with Kasara the Beige and the Ranger of the North.
Oh, shit. Fucking shit, get that man out of my life.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
Damn, so her dad is rallying with the other forces to take her down. Her dad's like, damn, I can't support you any longer, sweetheart. I gotta get you on up out of here. That's crazy. What a crazy dynamic they got already.
Tell you what may yet come to pass.
And you know what's interesting? Now I'm gonna wonder what brought her to the side of the villains. If I'm understanding what's going on here, right? What brought her to the side of the villains and like away from like her father and stuff? Obviously, it's a bit of an estranged relationship.
With your ex, we for sure
Whoa. What?
To make you not have to run in with your ass. I know. We can only tell you what may yet come to pass. I know that if If it were in our power to make you not have to run in with your ex, we for sure would.
Thank you.
Oh, so is her ex the Ranger of the North?
And the Ranger of the North. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I know that if it were in
it
our
seems
power
like
to
it
make you
is.
not have to run in with your ex, we for sure would.
Thank you, as
I'm Azra, she's Orgra, this is Abyssal.
Yes, Abyssal is my favorite.
I have a hard time, I know, I don't make as much of an impression as Abyssal. Abyssal goes, no, you're trying, it's good. Abyssal caresses your cheek and whispers in your ear and says, my lady, though your father and your, I guess, still husband. Sorry.
Wow. What the fuck is going on, man?
You see Azra goes, okay, it's Azra's time to shine, let's do it. Steps up to your ear. This is the day where the Lord of Shadows will forever conquer the world of men, elves, and dwarves. His crown shall be reclaimed this day, my lady. And you awake in your pool.
Is there anyone around to share this? I climb out. I definitely climb out. Pick my wedgie. And,
That's crazy.
Go ahead and give me either Arcana or Religion. As
Okay,
a
and that
skill
was
check.
Abyssal, Azra,
I like
Orga.
I like the vibe she's
Orgra.
bringing with her character though.
We
Very
will
fun.
You want religion or
Religion or Arcana, whatever you think your character would use for their oracular abilities.
oracular? Yeah, I think Arcana.
Cool, go for it.
Let's just do that. So that is a dirty 20.
A dirty 20, hell yeah, love it. As you step out of the pool, you get a vision in your mind of someone sort of nearby to you. You foresee yourself walking from the halls here. Someone else that stays in the bowels of the tower with you you're quite near Lilith's cavern, if you wanted to go and consult.
Oh, perfect. Yeah.
You're quite near Lilith's cavern.
Ooh, Lilith is
also,
in
with
this,
that
huh?
dirty 20, you have one final flash of insight that you're not quite sure what it is. It doesn't feel like your other visions, if I'm being honest, because this one doesn't make you feel like good about yourself and positive, and your best visions are the ones that psych you up and make you feel good about yourself.
Of course, of
You
course.
see a weird
She definitely seems like the
Then
kind
what
of
I
person
do
who's
is
very
there's a mirror
narcissistic.
as you exit the pool, and I have a moment with the mirror because, this is
Exactly.
if you've ever done a bath or one of those. I don't know. Sensory deprivation tanks, and you're like, wow, okay, everything is normal and cool. And then you walk out, there are these mirrors, and you're like, oh shit, my corporeal body is still,
Yeah.
I'm still an awkward fucking human.
Yeah, you look at yourself. Yeah, you never forget it. You're made of dust and mud.
Exactly.
When you were in the pool of souls, your hair was flowing in this crazy fucking awesome
It
thing.
was
And
it was
just
yeah.
on the side of your face, and you're looking.
She was super badass, super powerful, and then she gets out. Gets out of the whatever, picks the wedgie, right? Gets out of the pool, is walking and walks past the mirror and is like, shit, damn. Well, all right, but for someone who's so narcissistic, she should be a little more confident, be a little more in love with herself. Self-love, man. Self-love.
Looking yourself
Everybody needs to be a little narcissistic, you know what I mean?
Everything's sticking to me. I forgot my Spanx.
You grab your staff stolen from the wizard Randolph, and you hold it, and you look at yourself there in the mirror, and you see for a minute a vision that occurs in just a slight moment, and there's a pang of urgency. But this is the kind of vision that you don't like because it bums you out a little bit, and you don't. It's confusing. You like when visions are clear.
But I might interpret that maybe as like, if my father is about to die, then maybe, yeah, that doesn't make me feel great, but I can't tell.
Yeah, you see, it could be that. It could be like some weird thing where you're like these spirits are trying to mess with you on like your big day or something like that. But you see an image of for a moment, of Zaulnaj as a younger Iru spirit back when he was fully corporeal and had a body. And you see him at a fountain of blood. And you don't know its significance, and it doesn't appear to be telling you anything, but you just get that vision for a second.
At it, like looking at it,
Yeah, like
standing near it?
Yeah, you're not in the vision, just in the mirror for a moment. It comes like a flash so quickly that you could almost be like after effect of the cool vision where I found out we were gonna win, or sort of like some weird bullshit. But you do get with that 20, you do get a little moment of that. And then Lilith is further on down the hall. We are going to cut over now. Shadows as the oracle strides down the hallways. They become more and more covered in cobwebs. Following shadows, we hear the screams of dancing goblins, and the screams begin to morph into growls and howls, and we move away from the beautiful masonry obsidian into rough-hewn red rock, and the stink of
beast pits, huh?
and hay and blood and bones and snarling beasts. We are at the war.
Damn, bro, right in your backyard, huh?
Goblin wolves snarling at each other. We see that there is a lumbering troll with an enormous wagon of loose body parts from orcs and goblins that have died in industrial hazards. So like severed limbs, heads, stuff like that. The orc is moving along, and we hear hungry scraping as warriors try to come up and get out of their pits. We see also that there are some chained like drakes and wyverns. We see enormous aurochs, like prehistoric, like 30-foot tall, like musk oxen.
The hell is an auroch?
That are all chained up elsewhere. It smells worse here than it does anywhere else in this world.
I mean, I would assume
it is
so,
feeding
right?
time at the beast pits. And of course, directing the way of the limb wagon is the one and only Sokbar the Bog Lord. Hello.
How is that spelled? I tell you, bro, these names are going to mess me up. Sokbar the Bog Lord.
Sokbar the Bog Lord. Hello. Mike, please tell us what your character's up to.
Mike, huh? All right. Mike's character. Let's figure him out. Let's learn a little bit.
Yes, so this is Sokbar, the Bog Lord. He is of the Kashai race. For those viewers at home, we just skinned it onto a half orc. But he is an ancient, like sort of prehistoric, like weird swamp creature, like horns and turtle shell and sort of crocodilian teeth, a big kind of like lizard.
What the hell? Yeah, that's a very interesting look. All right, so he's a ranger. Folk ranger. Very interesting character design. Very interesting.
Go.
I never would have
crazy
thought to
fucking
put all of these
nightmare
things
creatures
together
of the
into one
swamp.
creature,
Big,
but okay.
Strong, two big old axes. Yeah, and he's I guess I'm here directing and just like grabbing some of these limbs and doing that thing like where if you've ever seen like people with like a lot of pets that comes around, it's like okay, everyone's gonna get some. Okay, calm down, Jessica, calm down. Here you go, everyone gets some. Everyone gets some.
Okay, jump. You see that, yeah, there's this insane, a bunch of fucking like Crenshaw come over, that like peel their flesh so that their exposed skulls are gnawing at it.
Ew.
All of these beasts that wish only terrible harm on all living things just love Sokbar.
Of course,
Wargs
man.
and
They
all the
love
salt.
Sogbar because he gives them all, some to eat. He gives them their meals.
I'm just like, oh, something.
He's
in your
probably
teeth. What's
wearing a
that?
lot of them too.
See, there's a
Considering he's
full
got like a
finger bone
turtle
in
shell
there.
and all that stuff
I
on.
had to have heard. You hear a bounding noise nearby, just feeding all these beasts that are kind of getting prepared to go to war. The vibe in the beast pits right now is like the wargs are going to be released. The Aurochs are going to lead these siege weapons here. You're kind of preparing for the final push of the armies of Gorgar finally flooding out into the free world. And you hear this rum, 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 and you see that this enormous warg rolls up to you. This is one of the few wargs that can actually talk here. You see this warg named Bezo runs up and goes, "Hey, it's Bezo."
Bezo is, I'm gonna say, the Sokbar's. What is it? A warg, right? Which I'm not sure what a warg is, but I'm sure you guys can tell me what a warg is. I'm assuming some sort of like
Master
servant,
Sokbar,
like a
you're not going to
creature.
believe it. I think Jeremy's about to give birth. What? I think he's about to give birth. Where is he? He says, come on. You see the troll goes, dead dude about to give birth, and points to the limb wagon.
That's crazy.
I'm sorry, I didn't catch that. You truly, what was that? Yeah, you know what? Just feed, just throw the limbs around. Make sure everyone gets some.
Just starts hurling limbs, just willy nilly, all over the ground. You rush over to the wonderful Jeremy, your animal companion, the last scream beast.
Jeremy. Okay, so I'm assuming that Bezo is some sort of a goblin, maybe. So we'll put that there, and then Jeremy. How's that spelled?
Jeremy.
Wow. Why all the apostrophes, bud? Why you gotta do this to me? I have enough issues spelling as it is. All right. Jeremy.
Your animal companion, the last scream beast that you rescued from the death, from their possible death and extinction of Jeremy's species, and your bonding moment all those long years ago. You see that Jeremy, who looks just hellish, he is quadrupedal kind of, but is like a lizard frog beaked squid crab with like,
Bro. What is with these characters? I mean, if you want to talk about hellish character designs, that'll do it. What in the hell?
he's got prehensile eye stalks where his two eyes move around, and his head is like a weird blowfish, like it kind of inflates a little bit, and he's got a beak on the front of it. And he's got two wings, but can't fly because the wings are like atrophied and too small. And two tails, hooves, and he's got a pair of clawed hands above his hips on his hind legs with no arms.
Yeah,
So he
okay,
can't
at
reach
least I'm not
anything
the
unless
only
he
one
moves
that's
his
kind of
butt up
grossed out by
against
this
them.
character design, but
He's
okay.
got like butt hands. But you see,
So majestic. I can't believe these creatures. It's coming from the earth.
Why would I just want to kill one?
Miracle of nature.
you see that Jeremy, his head is just swelling enormously. He's over in his pen right now. There's a bunch of dead goblin parts around, of goblins he's been eating, and you see he just is going.
You doing okay there, buddy?
Yo, Brandon is so stupid, bro. He's so dumb.
Jeremy, you doing okay there, buddy?
For $1, you could have seen this early and gotten these other perks too. So become a member for just $1. It's worth it.
Go ahead and give me either a medicine or an animal handling check.
Great. Let's do that. 11 plus 8, so 19.
19, perfect. So you know immediately, you lean down, you start to stroke him, you help Jeremy start to breathe. Birth is a very difficult process.
It's a very sensitive time,
Because
all right?
number one, they mostly don't give birth to other scream beasts.
Yeah.
And they also have no birth canal. So the thing, they have a functioning.
So how's this gonna work exactly? Why? You know what? I don't want to know. I don't want to know. I don't want to know. But I'm sure Brennan, in his generosity, is gonna explain it to us, right?
Womb, but no way for the thing in there to get out.
These things should exist. Definitely. It's a tragedy that.
Nah, man. I think that is the same guy. So Iffy over here, I saw like a very little amount of the Wonderland's one shot, a very small amount. Back when Wonderlands was first coming out, and I was like just getting into like the Critical Role stuff. I think that's the same guy that played the guy who he kept getting points every time he would get into backstory for his character. I feel like that's the same dude. They look so similar. I think it is the same guy.
People have tried to wipe these things from the earth.
Can't the butt hands help in some way?
Like pulling it out.
You do see that the butt hands appear to be flailing for something. They want
Put some ice chips in there.
You see they start to rub ice chips on the back, and you see that a bunch of just huge blisters start to form on his ass from the ice, like the ice is burning
bro,
him,
this is
but
not
he
a
seems
good
to like
time.
it. Scream beasts are hard to understand. You see
I'll
that
say.
his head swells and swells and swells even more, and you see Bezo looks on and says, I mean, crikey, it's just beautiful to watch. Look at him. And you see the head swells, and
Is the head gonna explode and then the newborn is gonna come out of the head?
a little seam bursts on top of his head, and just green poison steam escapes. Truly sounds like a train approaching. And you see that.
Nah, hold on. Look at Iffy's face. Me too, brother. Me too.
And you see that a fully formed, it looks like a goblin crustacean centaur, like a goblin torso on top of like a crab body, but with two goblin heads. One of them has eyes and no mouth, and the other head just has a mouth and no eyes. And you see this
Okay,
thing
so like a
scuttles
see
out of
no
Jeremy's
evil,
head,
speak no evil
and
sort
you
of
see that the
thing.
one that has no eyes goes, "What am I? What am I?"
Okay, so here's the thing, right?
This is like something out of Rick and Morty, bro. This is so dumb.
Somewhere in the world, someone had a nightmare and imagined you, and then, and now you're just giving birth into the real world.
Giving birth.
All right, well, you know what? Do I have any more like goblin parts or anything on me? That I can
Yes, you do. Yeah.
Oh, here, have something to eat.
You give a pair of goblin eyes, and you see that the one with eyes grabs a little sharp rock off the ground and stabs two holes in the front of the other goblin's face and jams the eyes in there. And you see that the thing is just like, they're not eye sockets, just bleeding holes in the front of his head, but now have sort of blood-covered eyes, and there it goes, I was just born.
Jeremy, it's a boy. Jeremy.
I see that Jeremy looks over at the thing and goes, and like nuzzles your chest and begins to cry out of his eyes to eyes with just
it's beautiful.
maternal/paternal pride. And you see that Bezo looks over and says, right, so Now, you were just born, so we're going to get you a name soon. But number one, who do you serve? It's like, I just got here. Who do you serve?
Go on, who do you serve?
He looks around, and the one with no mouth kind of looks and shrugs with its one arm. And he goes, Zaulnash, Lord of Shadows?
Oh my god, yeah, it's Zaulnash, Lord of Shadows. That's it.
I know, I think I get
That's
it.
crazy
Okay,
how
sure,
like it's
Zaulnash,
born
okay.
with that, huh?
All right, I'm gonna go get some kind of weird weapon. And he scuttles off. And he's
You know, the beauty of just like you know, just instinct, you know what I mean? Just he's able to scuttle along and just get his first weapon. It's quite beautiful when you see it.
kind of
You know, nature's
cries
a
and,
beautiful
dabs
thing.
its eyes on its own fur.
Hey, buddy, go on. Somewhere, sometime, someone is gonna have a nightmare about a scream beast, and there'll be another scream beast.
I'll tell you when the nightmare's gonna happen. The nightmare's gonna happen tonight when I go to sleep. Thanks.
You see that
Thank
Giza
you.
looks over
Appreciate
and says,
that.
well, I think like it's really a banner day for the forces of darkness. I would say this though, I don't want to get your hopes up, but there's been a rumor that a species that we thought was gone might be back.
What?
Some of the wolves came back from long patrol, and they said that there was a dropping. And you see, he brings you over to a concrete onyx turd
Sweet.
the size of a house.
Oh my god.
It's a little dropping, you know, something light.
Looks
Jesus.
like lava mog waste to me.
Oh.
Oh, lava mog.
Can I maybe like chip into it or investigate it or do some? I feel like if this, like get a sense of like this is some sort of.
Go ahead and give me a nature check.
Cool. That is an 8 plus 6, so 14.
You chip into it a little bit, and a splurt of lava comes out. It's for sure a lava mog. Lava mogs are truly colossal size. They rival dragons in terms of size.
I would say.
They are not aquatic. They are volcanic. They
they're
swim and
lava.
live in magma.
Lava mogs, whatever
but,
they're called.
You know, we thought the last of them were gone. You know, the last lava mog probably was not seen since Zaulnaj was like corporeal. But this is like a fresh lava mog.
This is really something. This is great. This is great because if there's more of these, that means we can.
I wonder how long it's been
more and more lava mogs
since Zaulnaj was corporeal. Because I
Because
assume he's kind of like and now I've never seen Lord of the Rings, so I can't. You know, I may be a little bit wrong with the terminology here, but Sauron, right? That's the main big bad, right? Who, if I'm not mistaken, he like betrayed. He betrays people. Back when the rings were made, something like that. And then everybody else who was supposed to be his. I don't know how else you would say it, but like his contemporaries, I guess, become his servants, right? But isn't like that his thing where like he doesn't have a body? When the Lord of the Rings, and I'm talking about specifically the first movies that came out back in like early 2000s, doesn't he not have a body? Isn't that like the whole thing, right? Where his body was like destroyed, but he still has influence and is like corporeal in some sense. Am I wrong? I don't know. I don't know if I'm wrong or right, but I'm getting like the same vibes.
He goes, Royal Hudson, that sounds amazing. I mean, the thought.
Where did they find this?
They found it. Well, I mean, the problem is they found it out near the scary volcano.
I would assume that a lava mog would be found. You know, a dropping would be found in a volcano.
Above you. And you begin to see wyverns circling the top of the tower. The Vinguri are returning. And you can see that their wyverns look like extremely like tired and like worn for wear and hungry out there.
Okay, so the Vinguri are not enemies, I assume.
Yeah,
He's always riding those wyverns too hard.
Okay, so then maybe her father is not Uh, the fuck. I wrote it down. Telmir the Calm is not an enemy.
Doesn't he just treats him as a thing and not like as like, oh, God. All right.
You see, Bezos says, "You gotta go take care of the Wyverns, or is it? I'll talk about this later."
Yeah.
You see, Bezo runs off, and with that, in the gathering storm clouds above the Bloodkeep, 5 Wyverns with 5 Dark Riders circle the Bloodkeep.
Yeah, this reminds me of the wraiths from Lord of the Ring.
Robes,
Okay, Knights of the Undead. So they are not enemies, they are Knights of the Undead. They remind me of the wraiths, though, from that first Lord of the Rings movie. Because here's the thing, I saw like bits and pieces when I was like yay big, but the movie creeped me out too much, so I never like actually sat down and watched it. And I never saw any of them, but I remember those things.
Knights of Undeath, and first and foremost among them, Krasthun the Umbra Knight, astride his mighty wyvern.
Krasthun? The Umbra Knights. My eye is burning.
With Griefmaker, the rude blade of sorrow, this king of the pact.
So many people.
Griefmaker,
Okay. Griefmaker, the rune blade of sorrow.
the rude blade of sorrow, this king of the pact wraiths. Matt, would you describe your character for us? Yes.
Oh. So wait, is he the grief? We'll figure it out.
As the majestic, enshadowed wyvern lands atop the kind of obsidian shelf that sits astride the top of the high peak of the Bloodkeep. You watch as Krasthun, upper chest and torso emblazoned with dark black iron armor that comes to a series of dozens of hooks and sharp edges. You can see the blackened robes kind of flowing as the wind pushes back this singular helmet itself crowned with about 8 or 9
All right, I'm just typing in real quick that this is Matt's character. And he is a Pact Wraith Warlock.
sharpened spires that kind of hook backward. From within, you can see the very, very faint slits of metallic armor that leaves kind of these vacuous spaces where there's a dull blue glow where the eye should be.
Now that's a
As it
cool
steps off
character
of the
right there.
wyvern,
Hell yeah.
His feet heavily onto the obsidian floor, tosses the chain to one of the nearby orcs, and begins to step towards the entrance to the tower spire.
You see that the other Vinguri and fall into rank and file behind you. The doors with
All right, yeah, so he's the leader of the Vinguri.
For you in this place. As you not only do you walk, but you glide several inches above the ground.
That's cool.
Manifested by the pure might of your fealty to the Lord of Shadows. You and the other Vinguri move through this place, and even with all of the dark creatures that dwell here, things do their best to avoid the Vinguri, especially after a hunt. You see that Torbale looks over to you and goes, "We are this close. I mean, we are truly this close."
I know and I understand this, Declan, but, sorry, Torbale. My apologies.
Where you see, he looks around and says, "I don't see any goblins. We can do it. Declan's fine.
fine.
You see that actually that Miles looks over at you and says, "Leland, I just have to say, I And I think we should take a moment, because I think that we've been taking the fact that we haven't found the crown very hard on ourselves. And the fact that you managed to catch that halfling in the shoulder. Remember when we were fighting in those ruins? And
Oh, I remember. I was very proud of that moment.
Well, I should think we should. And you see the other 4 brave stuff kind of give a little golf clap.
Thank you. And as he pulls his helmet off, you can see the long silvery hair strands kind of.
Oh, that's
gently,
cool.
They don't quite hit the top of the armor. They kind of drift a few inches off of the edge and kind of lift in their incorporeal way. Shakes it back a bit and kind of accepts with a dull grin the applause before going. And I appreciate that. But little victories don't make for an overall success. And until that crown is found.
Bro, I like how everybody's like. What I like about the vibe of this is that everybody's, got this medieval, mystic, general. I don't know how else you describe it other than like a medieval fantasy vibe, right? Everything's medieval fantasy, right? And even though it's medieval fantasy, everybody is talking to each other. Basically, in a sense, like you just in a modern day, as if you were to talk to your friends, like, listen, brother, we were this close, okay? I think though that we should take the small victories we got, and we should appreciate those and give ourselves credit, and then what's his name, Krastoon, is like, nah, bro, it's a small victory, it's not gonna do it for me.
I'm a failure.
Yeah.
No, Leland, no.
It's like
And
so
they
like
come around you,
modern. Like I
put
like the
their
way they're
hands on
talking
you
to
and
each
they go,
other and the way that they're kind of
failure. We
playing
did
this
a
up,
failure.
because everybody's playing their character and like with the dialogue in this way. It's funny.
Our task, Kasara the Beige, Telmir the Calm, all of them are trying their best to stop us. Look, we all got destroyed by a magic river. That's hard. And we were back at it, a day later.
You're right. No, you're right. You're right.
You just can't. I just hate to see you beat yourself up. And you see that Oswald speaks up and says, Leland, honestly, you can't beat yourself up about this stuff. If you're going to beat yourself up after actually managing to wound the halfling and curse him, what am I going to do with myself? That ranger threw a torch right into my head. It went all the way into the empty spot in my helmet.
Yes. No, I'm thinking maybe we need to discuss reworking the shape and design of our helmets.
Yeah,
if they're going to be
forget
throwing
the full-
torches at us. It's the first time for everything, but we are learning creatures, sentience above that of men.
Yes.
We can wear things that cover our faces.
That's what I'm trying to say.
They're mad, like they're kind of posh. You know what I'm saying? They're kind of like. I don't know how else to describe it. Like, just posh. I'm getting the posh vibe. They're like all posh knights that are like vicious. But they're posh.
You see that the other packers all sort of shake their heads and say, well, it's really rather hard. And Toby looks over at you and says, well, look, how about this? We can beat ourselves up all we like that we haven't found the crown yet. But wins on our side. We managed to drive them to Caer Bledwin. We are poised to have our armies flood into Old Tiriath and destroy Torquellan and the City of Stars.
I did manage to destroy Kasara's staff. As it shattered into 100 pieces, I can still hear the sound echoing in my ears.
That was incredible.
I drew a picture of it, just as a keepsake.
Really?
Yes. It's not. I'm not very good at it.
You see that Oswald goes, Leland, your line work.
Thank you. I've been trying to cross-hatch recently, and it's brings depth to a two-dimensional piece I had never accepted before.
I am.
You see Declan goes,
This is something that I was excited to see, and it's not failing me now. It's exactly what I thought it was going to be. It's and that's just like Brennan and Matt having playing with each, like, I was going to say playing with each other, but riffing off of each other in this campaign and seeing how they bounced off of each other, as we all would have guessed. Outstanding chemistry here with these two. Didn't expect anything less. They're doing a really good job.
perspective. I mean, that's what you're trying to do, is you're trying to capture those objects. I mean, what I love about your work is it's dynamic. It's not a...
You've been doing some cross-hatching lately.
logistical drawing, it's capturing a moment.
Bro, they're vicious ass knights in there, like, bro. You see the skill in this, dog? You see the cross-hatching? I've been working on that, bro. You know, I'm a ruthless, what the hell are their names? I'm a ruthless Vinguri, you know, feared by all, even people within this castle, within the spire. But, see my cross-hatching work, you know? A1, brother. I've been working on it. It's splendid.
The musculature still escapes me, but I think the overall emotion of the scene is the most important thing.
You see that Declan says,
This is so stupid. I love it. What do you say? Even though it's like the way they're laughing.
Well, it upsets me, but I think the overall emotion of logistical drawing, it's capturing a moment.
Right. The musculature still escapes me, but I think the overall emotion of the scene is the most important thing.
You see that Declan says, I mean, muscular escapes us all. Well, we're going to go wait in cold, dark rooms to be called upon again.
Yes, you do that.
And you see that they say, bye, Leland. Good luck with the boss. Let us know how it goes.
Thank you, and thank you.
Why the fuck are they calling him Leland? What the fuck? Did I miss something? Is that just his nickname? So they all have these badass names to everybody else, but then you look around and it's like, oh, it's Oswald and Leland. Not that those aren't fine names, but you get what I'm trying to say.
You see, they all glide away from you. You see Soakbar come up to like bring the wyverns back down to the cages. Yeah, you see Krasdun having this little art conversation with his buddies over there.
It's like, take some responsibility.
Thank you, Sogbar. Really appreciate it.
Yeah, you know you need to feed them, right?
That's not my job.
As you grab the wyverns nuzzle you, Soakbar, and like try to sting your shell, and you glide away.
Sogbar is the one that's really good with the animals, I think. You know, that's what I think.
Deep in the tower.
Seems like the kind of person to have animal companions, I think, fight alongside him. That's what I would think. But he is a ranger, so I don't know. No. Rangers normally have animal companions, right? If I'm not mistaken, I'm trying to think. Yeah, no, rangers normally do have animal companions. And even if you think about Vex from Vox Machina, she's got Trinket, you know what I mean? I think that that's normal, right?
To a place where any goblins or orcs who draw breath here only do so from webbed cocoons where spiders wait to feast.
I think I'm actually going to stop this part here. But so far, I'm loving this. So that was part 1 of my reaction to Escape from the Bloodkeep, episode 1. If you made it this far, please leave a like and maybe even subscribe. And if you're watching this and you're not a channel member, please become a channel member. It's really just a great way to support me for just $1. It's just a good way to support me, but you get perks and you can see stuff like this early. I think it's a no-brainer. Support your boy if you'd be so kind and if you like my stuff like that. Anyways, I'm about to get into my thoughts. Here we go. So far, we have met, what, 3 characters, right? We met Effink, right? Murder Death, which was Amy's character. We met Sokbar, the Bog Lord, and we met Croston, I don't know how to pronounce it, aka Leland, the Umbra Knights. All very fun characters, and the way that they interact with each other, as well as the other NPCs, is like I said, it's like this medieval, fantasy setting, but it's like super modern, like everybody's got like this, I don't know, pompous, posh, modern way of like I don't know, like spoiled, arrogant way of speaking with each other. And I like it. I think that it's funny. I think it's like adds a bit of like relatability, and I just love the way that everybody's bouncing off of one another in this episode so far. We have a couple more characters to go, which I'm interested in seeing them. So we have what was her name in the beginning? So we have the one girl that's sitting next to Matt, and then we have these two. Again, I'm not great with the names, but you know, we'll cross that bridge when we get there. Um, but I mean, if everybody else here has been this fun, I'm sure that when everybody gets introduced and we can all bounce off of each other, I think it's gonna be so much fun. Um, and again, this continues the fun vibe, I think, of just Dimension 20's channel and the way that they go about creating these narratives and these characters. It's a little more fun, it seems like. At least, like I said, it seems like. And I'm really enjoying the difference between the way that I am seeing Dimension 20 handle things and Critical Role handle things as far as like campaigns. Um, that being said, like I said, I thought this was great so far. Um, Let me know if I'm correct with like the Lord of the Rings vibes that I'm getting and like the connections I'm making between characters and creatures. Because I think I'm hitting something there. I think I'm close to hitting something if I'm not already. And I really enjoy seeing like I said, Brennan and Matt bouncing off of each other in this so far. The interesting ass creature designs that we're seeing is funny as hell. Like that, what was it? Not Bezo. It wasn't Bezo. It was Jeremy. Jeremy is gonna give me nightmares. Okay, Jeremy is gonna give me nightmares. But I would love the way that that was played. I love the way that that was presented, and like how everybody's getting into character. Uh, I think this is gonna be a really fun time, and I think seeing this along with Fantasy High is definitely gonna be a fun vibe. I think it's going to be a nice contrast between the way that Critical Role does things as well. Uh, and yeah, I'm enjoying it a lot so far. If there's anything I missed, let me know. Anything you feel like I should know, let me know. And yeah, you can talk amongst each other in the comments. And hope you guys enjoyed. I will see you guys in the next one. But until then, have a good morning, afternoon, or night. Stay safe, and I'm gonna see y'all then. Peace.